The party was really lame, boring. No offense to the people there. Well, I'm actually being mean. I just disappeared for a bit because it was super cold, and honestly, I was feeling pretty overwhelmed after I got questioned. I was feeling pretty demotivated after I got questioned. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really sure what was going on at that point, or how people were feeling about me. And I get in my head sometimes. So I kind of just wanted to be alone for a little and just reflect on my experiences. So I just walked away and I sat in this little Hispanic shop. It was really cute. I bought a Gatorade or something, because that was the other thing. I hadn't really eaten since the day before because I get awkward sometimes about food stuff. So I didn't want to eat around everybody. But also I didn't want to Uber Eats or go out because I get weird, okay? That's the point. So I don't eat a lot when I'm around other people that I don't really know. And I was just feeling kind of lightheaded and anxious and really overwhelmed. I just gotten questioned. I ended up sitting in this little Mexican shop and just listening to the owners speak Spanish, and I asked if I could sit on the chair and they were like, yeah, feel free. So I just sat there and I journaled for a bit, and I kind of processed, and I remember at that point I was feeling really demotivated and overwhelmed, and I was I don't know if this party is for me. I'm feeling a lot of opposition from the people inside of it. Then again, I did come in kind of confrontational. I come in with my own ideas. I come in with my own beliefs and things that I think about the world and everything, right? And sometimes it feels like a little bit of the same thing as the theory sells. It's not necessarily Russian stuff, but I will say if you're surrounded by 15 to 30 dedicated communists that know their communist shit and you think similar things as them in different words as them, you will know. You will know that you think differently. And they will make sure that you know. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just saying, I was feeling a little overwhelmed at that. But I stuck it out. I ended up back at the convention and we finished it out for the rest of the day. They kind of came to some agreements that they were gonna work on some tech to help inter-party communication. They were going to focus more on, making sure that all the different organs of the party are functioning well. And they just kind of came together in agreement again that they want to commit to be collective, right? And I personally found that really inspirational. I found it really inspirational that they want to be a collective group, right? I don't know, that it feels special. That feels special to me. Later that night, I ended up going out. Well, both nights I went out, right? I think the first night there was a party after the May Day event, and the party was really lame, boring. No offense to the people there. Well, I'm actually being mean. Compared to, I don't know if they're more entropic necessarily. The environment is more entropic, but the agents might be less entropic at the other parties. Actually, I don't know. This party it was less entropic than what I have in my head as an ideal party. That's what I'll say. A lot of these people didn't seem to consume very much, which is fine. You don't have to do drugs and alcohol to have fun. But they also mostly just wanted to talk about communism, and they mostly just wanted to talk about communism and things the party had done or has, or the other figureheads, right? They talked a lot about their shared context, which is fine. I'm not hating on them, only a little, because the party was pretty boring. That's all I'm saying. They didn't have liquor though. I got liquored up. I sat on the front stoop and I talked to this lovely girl that I met who was from a different state, and I talked to her and her husband, and it was great. I loved that. That was an amazing time. I'm being a hater. I'm saying they had an awful party, and there I was at the party on the front stoop. That was just my part. That was where the party was right for me. In the back with all the other communists was not the place for me, but on the front stoop with the other communists it was. And eventually the stoop did fill up as people came up and would sit with us, or they were sitting on top of the porch, right? They were vibing. I don't know. It was a party. It was fine. It was fun. It was not the best party I've ever been to, or top 10. Okay, there we go. Day 2, we went to a different party that was a mix. It was, somebody was there visiting a friend that lived in the city, and they were staying with them. So a bunch of communists got invited to a dinner party that was a college dinner party, or maybe they were post grads, I don't know. But that was really interesting. So that one was kind of cool, and we were just mingling, but we didn't stay there for long. And we ended up going out to the bars with some of the other people from my party, from my local chapter. And that was really cool. I think we ended up doing the same thing on the first night too. I don't remember. I think we might have gone out all 3 nights, but we might have just gone out the last 2. Anyways, we went out to the bar with them, and honestly, in my article, I went out with a guy that I kept calling my op, right? And like, if I'm honest, the reason I was calling him my op is because he was the only one, not the only one, but he was somebody who was willing to actually engage with me intellectually. Him and I were going at it back and forth. We were having a mind battle. It was so fun. I loved it. And I'm calling him my op, but I call him my op in the idea that like, you want an arch nemesis, right? Like, you're low-key, your arch nemesis is like your second best friend. Like, low-key, right? Like, arch nemesis bring out the best in each other. Personally, that's how I feel. I feel like ops, arch nemesis, they bring out the best in each other. It's like a narrative. It's a story building thing. It's like a collective, right? It's like a collective type of dynamic that you want for yourself, right? Like, you probably want an op, and you want supporters, and you want like people that are completely uninvolved, and you want all these different dynamics to help maintain a balanced diet of cereal breakfast. And on the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a hangover because I was out partying really hard on the 2nd night. And I ended up going to a Victory Day celebration in the park with the Russian and Mongolian communities. I ended up going late. I was about an hour or 2 late because of said hangover. I caught up to my group. I should have been there on time. Apparently there were speeches.
I am honored to participate in the commemoration of the 80th anniversary of the Great Patriot.
The music and the like cultural celebration was really cool. I didn't really get like, I don't know what the stuff was about because it was in Russian or Mongolian for most of it. Some of it was in English, but a lot of it was not. So I don't really know if I liked it, but I think I liked it. Aesthetically, mimetically, I like it. In theory, you know, it was a whole celebration. I think it was beating the Nazis, and like specifically because the Russian and Mongolian communities, it was like the USSR beating the Nazis, or like the East beating the Nazis. And yeah, I personally like beating Nazis. I personally like the idea that we helped beat the Nazis in America. So the American communists, the Americans and the Russians and Mongolians celebrated, and we said, yeah, Hitler, boom, boom, boom. Maybe not died. Hitler was no more. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways, so that was fun. And